Hello, my Pisces. Welcome to your reading. My name is Sabine. If you're new to this channel, this is the Timeless Flux channel, and be very welcome. If this is your second, third time here, if you're here all the time, I really wanted to thank you for all of the attention and for trusting my advice and the advice of the cards. Okay, so I'm going to explain how this reading is going to go. This is your monthly prediction to July 2020, and in this first roll of cards, I have upcoming energies that are going to enter your life in this month of July, and energies that you're leaving behind right now in this transition from June to July 2020. Okay. In the second roll of cards, I have more specific pieces of advice that are a bit more pragmatic. So they're going to talk about how to deal with these energies in your daily life. I also have 3 oracle cards for you. They wanted to come. I was hoping for I was aiming at 2, but I had 3 oracle cards from the Universal Messages Oracle and also from the Timeless Flux Oracle, which is the oracle I've channeled myself, and that is naming this channel. You also have an opportunity of asking a yes, no, maybe card. And I'm going to use this oracle here, which is the Tata Inti oracle, roughly translating the oracle of the sun by the Inca people. Okay, so if you want to concentrate right now and think about a question, a specific yes, no, maybe question you would like to have answered at the end of my reading, please do so, because we are about to start. I also have an extra card from you from this deck that really wanted to come. I have 2 cards here in this position, that this is the advice position, and I have an extra card. So let's see. I'm excited to see what this card is going to talk about, because it was not expected. Let's see your energy, how you're entering the month of July. Okay. Wow. I've been feeling a very positive energy for this group, and I see here that you're entering the month of July um, with a feeling that can only be described as I have it all. It couldn't even be, it could be that you're feeling, okay, I have things to change, I have things to improve, but I see you really excited about the place, the moment in time you are right now, whatever you're manifesting right now. So this is an amazing energy to enter a month with, a new cycle with. And I see that you see this woman here, she has her feet in a wave, okay, in the water of the ocean, and her hat just like flying in the wind. It's a card with lots of hope, lots of positive expectations for this month, and we'll see what it's all about with these cards here that are going to give me a narrative. So I have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I have, for present energy, I have the Tower. Interesting. And I have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I know what this is all about. This is about finding that you can totally recuperate, you can totally overcome some kind of loss, or of some kind of deep sorrow that you have been experimenting. But it's not, it's like you enter this month understanding that you have what it takes to overcome it, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. The thing is, in the past, and well, in the month of June and maybe the end of May, okay, there's a process going on in which you are trying to go at it alone. You are trying not to mix so much your material life with the life of other people. This could be represented in your life, or it could be manifesting in your life in many different ways. Maybe you've decided to take on more tasks at your job that are not dependent on collaboration. Maybe you're trying to put yourself out there more as an independent person in general. In relationships, maybe you're trying to stand your ground and defend your beliefs, and this is a process that has already started in June and maybe even at the end of May. Okay, so June was all about that. It was all about being true to yourself and showing how much you're capable of, not even to other people only, but to yourself. First and foremost, you wanted to go at things alone, but not from a selfish perspective, not because you don't want to give, not because you don't want to share your talents with other people, and not even because you don't believe in collaboration, but mainly because you wanted to prove to yourself that you were still on the right track when it comes to what you're passionate about. You wanted to prove to yourself that you can differentiate from other people, that you can bring value to the table, and not only when collaborating. So this process was very important for you. And right now, what you're feeling, and that is connected to the world here, is that a lot of the things you thought and people you thought that were necessary in your life, that were worthy of a lot of your attention, they are actually not. So at the end of this month, you will have overcome some kind of sorrow, some kind of heartache, some kind of pain that was really very intense for you, precisely because you've shifted your perspective on the kind of person you want to be in the world. And not only shifted, but through the month of June, you've been working in a different way. You've been working more independently. So this, I see here that this is not actually your cup of tea. It's not actually what you normally do, but it was very important that you dedicated to that you put some energy into that in this month of June, because this is what allowed you to see that maybe you were not as dependent on whatever or whomever caused this heartbreak, because you know that you can stand on your own. Okay. And getting more specific, I see that for some of you, you are imagining changes in your life, movement, maybe even moving houses, maybe traveling, maybe experimenting with different cultures, precisely because you are not worried about, having to reach a point of understanding or negotiate with so many people. You're going at it alone. It's not going to stay like that forever, but in this moment it's very important that you keep on doing that, because this is what, as you enter July, will allow you to see that many of the things and people you thought you needed are not needed at all. Okay, so this is a cleansing moment, more even it's more than just a healing process. It's actually cleaning what was left from this whole process in June. Okay, and when it comes to what this month is all about, I see that you are going to become very practical, because I have turning inside, turning inwards in reverse. Okay, this is the Four of Cups in reverse. I have totality in reverse. I have two cards for this advice position. I'm having some trouble with this table. It's the first time I'm using it. So I have participation and comprehension in reverse. And I have, as a final card, well, you have an extra card, but I have the joy, the joyful spirit. Okay. Well, let's see the extra card. The extra card is stress. Okay. So, okay. As you're realizing now that a lot of the people, situations that you had in your life are no longer necessary, because you become independent, more independent in this month of June, I see that entering July, you will need to put yourself out there with new people, with your soul tribe, with new limits established between you and other people in general. So I see that this month is not going to be about turning inside, turning inwards, okay, and dealing with your emotions. You have already dealt with your emotions, and now what you need to do is find a way of working with other people that respects your boundaries. Okay, so this month is not going to be about trying to make it all and trying to make it all work and be efficient and be the kind of person that is trustworthy because can present results. This month is going to be about trying to little by little get back in the game of relating to other people, but relating to other people from a completely different standpoint, so that this kind of situation that brings heartache and sorrow does not repeat. Because now, and that's why I feel so hopeful, now you can totally understand what's going on, in terms of why is it that this sorrow, this heartbreak came to be in the first place. Where is it that your boundaries have been crossed? Which boundaries you should have enforced? And what are the limits of your game? So probably the people that you're going to attract in July will be more in tune with whatever kind of plan you want to present them to join in. You are going to be more of a leader of the endeavors, in the sense that you keep on listening to people, you keep on respecting their opinions, but mainly you are going to stand your ground and say exactly what you want this participation to look like. And the piece of advice is talking about participation, collaboration, being with other people, but understanding that you can respect your own point of view, even if the point of view of others sounds appealing or logical. You don't have to be you don't have to understand everybody else's point of view to the point of missing your own opinions and your own, or maybe not paying attention to your own opinions and to your own strategies. Okay, because now I see you entering the month of July knowing exactly what you need to implement in your life, knowing exactly what doesn't work anymore, and knowing exactly why this heartache was caused. Okay, why you've experienced so much sorrow. But you still need closure, and you're only going to find closure within if you stop assessing your feelings and start building a new way of relating to people that you know by experience is not going to cause heartache. So it's a month of a lot of work, but it's fun. Okay, because the conclusion of your game is like, you need to try to find a way of relating to people that is healthier, that respects your boundaries, but you need to do it with joy. And the card I have here, the extra card, stress, this is a very necessary card, because it's kind of telling me that for you, Pisces, it's not very easy to give yourself permission to be with other people, but putting yourself first, putting your opinions and putting your putting your thoughts and point of views first. Okay, so yeah, these may cause a little stress. Okay, for some of you even a lot of stress, but do not let this stress come to the point of making you forget how far you've come. Okay, and I see that this sorrow here, this heartbreak, whatever happened to you, really was something that really took a toll on you. And you need to recognize that right now, as you enter July, you are not in the same place you were when you first encountered this. Okay, so you have already overcome a lot. The last step, the final step, instead of looking your emotions, feeling your emotions through and again and again and again, the next step, the next logical step, is for you to go back into the world, relating to people again, opening yourself up again, but trying to design, or not even design because you have already designed, but implementing clear boundaries and clear limits. These may sound stressful because you're not the kind of person who likes to, you feel like sometimes this could be too selfish, as if you were imposing limits on other people. But remember, remember that not establishing clear boundaries what left you here in this situation of of being hurt in the first place. Okay, you already know that. It's just a matter of implementation. Implementation can be tricky and delicate because it goes against whatever you consider to be your nature, whatever you were doing before you decided to go at it alone in June, and kind of retreat a little. Okay, but July is not about retreating. July is about making you a point in relating to people in a different way, and that's how you get closure to this relationship, sorrow, situationship, whatever it was that broke your heart. Okay, your heart is no longer broken, but in order to find true closure, you will need to experiment with the world, because this is the only way in which you're going to find that you're strong enough to relate to other people from a place of putting yourself first. And this is really necessary, however stressful it may sound. There's even these cards are totally opposites, but they are both fire. So remember that it can be a joyous process. It can be fun to relate to other people in a different way. It could be fun or stressful, but it's kind of up to you, okay? Whenever you feel that you're stressing about this new me, this new version of yourself that you're trying to create, whenever you feel like you're stressing about it, just remember how far you've come, okay? And I have oracle cards here talking about this situation too. So the first oracle card, which is always good, is the universe has my back. Remember that in your experiences, when you're trying to deal with people in a completely different way that respects your boundaries, remember that the universe is always watching over you. So this is an important process of your spiritual growth, okay? The other thing I have is the card of the serpent road. Is it a path or escape route? You know, but you don't believe. And this is in reverse. So this card is basically saying to me that this month, maybe you feel like you're trying to escape your responsibilities to other people while you try to put yourself out there in a more with clear boundaries established, in a more respectful way when it comes to your own feelings and to your own intuitions. Maybe you feel sometimes, oh no, this is only, I'm trying to escape my social obligations. This is not true, okay? When this card appears in reverse, it's like this path here that ends up in a serpent's mouth, okay, in a snake's mouth. This path is not what you're doing. You may feel like this is new or this is wrong because this is not your usual self, but you're actually in the right path, okay? This is not a false path. Believe in that. No matter how stressful it may feel. If it's stressful, then try to reorganize your energy to deal with that. The other thing, it's this card, Moon Spawn. I came from the moon, so now what? And it has this winged being here that crowned himself, and that is the daughter or the son. It's actually genderless figure. That is moon spawn. So with being moon spawn, it's like recognizing your own value, recognizing your own right to be here on this earth and to act from your most inspired thoughts, to do whatever you want to do that makes you happy in the end, okay? And this is in reverse. So these cards are connected, okay? Do not feel that because you're putting yourself first, you're not keeping up your obligations with other people. This is not true. You should always put yourself first, in the sense of not doing anything that's going against your self integrity, okay? And the other thing is, focus on your own self-esteem, understanding that you're a sacred being, okay? The path of relating to other people during this month of July in a different way, it's what's going to put this card upright again, okay? It's what's going to make you feel as a worthy being, as a worthy person. It's a situation like the more you confront other people when you need to say, okay, enough is enough, I'm not going to do that, I'm not okay with this attitude, but I really respect you, but I'm not going to do that because it goes against my my better judgment. The more you do that, the more you will love yourself, and the more you'll feel strong. Okay, the stronger you feel in this attitude of feeling like you have it all, like life has a lot of possibilities now, the less you'll be connected to this heartbreak here. And this is what's going to bring you closure in the month of July. So, this is an amazing reading. It may be a little difficult for you to implement these changes, but the universe has your back and is already telling me here that no matter how it goes, no matter how hard it is, at the end of the month, you have closure on a very delicate personal issue that has broken your heart. Okay, so I hope you're ready for your yes, no, maybe question, because I'm going to work this dice here. Are you ready? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, this is a probable yes. Okay, this is a probable yes. There's still one factor here that is kind of insisting on not operating the way you would like it to operate for this yes to go from probable to a definite yes. Okay, so you may find some resistance in this month when it comes to your yes, but it's a very probable yes. It depends on your attitude and on how much you're going to stand your ground for what you believe. Okay, well, I hope this reading has helped, and I hope that it has encouraged you to enter this month of July a little bit more empowered and believing in everything that you've learned so far. Okay, this is the ending of a cycle and it's closure, and it's always very hard to find, but also very positive when it actually comes. So I'm really excited for you, Pisces. If you like this video, do not forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. It helps my work here very much, like you would not believe. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful July. Bye bye.